Hi everyone, this is Z here, and welcome to the first of a series of videos that accompany an article that I posted up on my Medium blog, which is about estimating customer lifetime value, which is a means of understanding how much potential revenue you can get from a customer and a way to predict their purchasing behavior. And the article talks about a modeling technique called Buy Till You Die, and the Python library called PyMC marketing, which will be used to estimate customer lifetime value. And in the article, which you can find in the link below, there is another link to a Python workbook that you can follow along. But for today's video, we're going to be talking about the topic of Buy Till You Die modeling. And to get there, I need to start first with a very simple scenario where imagine if you have a single customer and a single customer has a nice and tidy contractual relationship where every couple of time periods, could be months or weeks, there's some sort of subscription fee and it is very regular. In this kind of scenario, it's easy to make forecasts about the future because you know what is the interval that you'll be expecting subscription fees, and you can almost, in a way, sum up all potential subscription fees, past and future, in order to come up with the expected lifetime value. And in fact, in many places when you look online, that's how customer lifetime value is estimated. It is the average transaction value times the average purchase frequency times the lifespan, which is how long a customer stays a customer. And in this case, it's just the contract period. Now, customer lifetime value is a useful metric because it helps you do a few things. It helps you understand which customer can bring the highest amount of revenue. It helps you understand how much you might want to invest to acquire new customers, but also how much you want to invest in order to retain existing customers. So, where it gets a bit complicated is when you don't have a contractual setting that is neat and tidy, where you don't know how much are you going to be paying every time period. And obviously, this makes it very difficult to understand how much you're going to be expecting throughout the entire lifespan of the customer. So, some of the problems you'll have is will the customer be buying? And what are they going to be paying when they do make a purchase? And are they still a customer, because they may have left. So in reality, what you probably end up with is a scenario where you've got the some sort of a historical transaction record where this bubble is indicative of the size of how much they've spent, and you normally don't just have a single customer, you have multiple customers, and you get into this additional problem where you might say, well, I've got a lot of data. I will just find some way to generalize that data across all the customers. But then now you run into an additional problem of can you account for differences between the customers? Because clearly the first customer is a bit different from the second customer. So how do you do that? And this is where buy till you die models come in. And this is a technique that has been around for a bit, and it is a statistical model that tries to simulate buying behavior of population. So I use that word specifically because it's not just about individual customers. It tries to capture both uh, the individual level but also the population level. And you've got variability in the customer level where each customer has a bit of randomness in terms of would they or would they not buy, how much are they going to spend when they do make a purchase, and also how long are they going to stay a customer. But you also have variability from a population level where every customer is a bit different. But you want to be able to sort of roll it up and describe the population as a whole while still retaining variability at an individual customer level. And in fact, this BTYD, Buy Till You Die modeling, has a few different flavors to it. There is this most commonly used one is called the beta geometric negative binomial gamma gamma. And that's a mouthful, I appreciate, but the way to think about it is each one of these beta geometric negative binomial gamma, these are all names of probability distribution shapes. And the colors that you see here actually indicate whether this part of the equation is trying to simulate the individual or the population level. And I'm going to illustrate it not so much through the hardcore math way, but to give you an intuition of how this stuff works. So have a look at a couple of the icons that are coming up on the screen. So you've got this coin flip, you have a dice roll, and you have another coin flip. Now, you also have the bingo ball. So this is like a bingo cage where you roll the cage and out comes a bingo ball. And just keep this in mind because we're going to use this in the example that's coming right up. So we'll do the individual first and then we'll scale up to the population. So for individuals, you're going to have like a coin flip to say, am I going to buy in this period? And you don't buy in the first period, you flip the coin again. You don't buy in the second period, you flip the coin again, and you get lucky. The purchase is made and you roll a dice to see how big is that purchase, and this is a fairly largish purchase. And then after you've made that purchase, you're going to decide, does the customer stay or does the customer leave? And you flip another coin. And in this case, the customer stays, smiley face, and you repeat that process. So the next period, you flip a coin. Is he going to buy? No, this lady isn't going to buy. You flip a coin. Is this person going to buy? No, she's not. And eventually, you get to a stage where they do make a purchase, and you roll the dice again. It's a smaller purchase this time, and you flip a coin, and they stay a customer. So they haven't dropped out, they haven't left, so the customer is still alive. And you keep on going in this manner until you eventually you get to a stage where you flip a coin, they buy, you roll a dice, it's slightly larger than before, you flip a coin, but this time the customer expires. So they've left, and these three variables kind of define the behavior of a single customer. Now, scaling this up, you can imagine a group of customers where each customer has the variables that I just described one slide back, selected out of a population where if these three variables define the behavior, the parameters that influence these three variables are slightly different for every customer, but they come from some sort of a higher level population distribution. And that's really the key idea behind buy to you die models. So a second customer has a different set of coin flip dice and alive or dead dice, and so on. So you just keep on going. And in this way, you have the slightly different behaviors for every customer, but you also have a macro level population behavior that describes, all your customers at once. And this is the concept behind how buy to you die models work. Obviously, there is some math related to this, where if you're interested, I'll put a link down in the description that you can go and read. But each individual customer has some distributions that define the way that they buy in terms of frequency, the value that they spend, but also whether or not they stay or they leave. But at a higher level, there's also like a population uh, distribution that describes the variability in the individuals. And ultimately, when you put together this BG, NB, GG framework, you are able to derive a customer lifetime value. So that in a nutshell is how the buy to you die models work. And this is, as I mentioned, the first of a set of videos. And coming up as a sneak preview for future videos, we've got a video around how the math behind the PyMC marketing library works, because it uses something really interesting called Bayesian inference. It's a bit of science and math behind that. It's good to understand an intuition for rather than just following the code blindly. And the Next video that's coming up is a coding walkthrough where we'll actually look at the Python notebook and walk you through the details. So I hope you found this interesting and useful, and join me in the future videos. And if you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye for now.